The room that moves at night. I whispered, "No way." I walked across the room. It took more steps than it ever had. I pressed my hand against the far wall. It was cold, damp, like concrete left in shade too long. I backed up until my legs hit the bed. The next morning, everything was normal again. The exact size I remembered. Nothing stretched. But from that night on, the house stopped pretending. Almost every night, something shifted. The hallway felt longer. The kitchen door felt slightly crooked. A closet appeared at the end of the hall one night, even though I'd never seen it before. Inside, it was empty, bone cold. And the moment I closed the door, it was gone. I tried telling myself it was my imagination, but you can't imagine geometry changing around you. The moment that broke me happened on a Thursday, right after midnight. I woke up to a soft thumping sound. Not footsteps, not pipes. A slow rhythm against the wall beside my bed. 3 knocks. Pause. 3 knocks. Same pattern every time. I said, "Who's there?" The knocking stopped. Silence wrapped around the house. Then from the hallway, I heard breathing. Slow, wet, as if something stood just beyond the bedroom door. I didn't move. I didn't even turn on the lamp. I just listened as the breathing drifted back down the hall and faded. The next morning, when I opened the bedroom door, the hallway was shorter, much shorter, like the house was folding itself up little by little. I told Mrs. Rudd about it. She didn't seem surprised. "It's an old house," she said quietly. "It remembers things." "What does that mean?" She avoided my eyes. "Whatever you do, don't follow a room that wasn't there during the day, no matter what you hear." That night, I woke to the sound of someone walking, slow footsteps, right outside the bedroom. My heart pounded as the steps stopped directly at my door. Then I heard a voice, a soft whisper, "Come see." It wasn't a voice I recognized. It wasn't angry or threatening. It sounded almost curious, almost familiar, like someone trying to remember how to speak. Against every instinct I had, I opened the door. The hallway was different. It curved slightly, as if bending around something unseen. At the end of the curve, a new doorway waited, a room I swear had never existed before. Inside was a warm yellow light, gentle, inviting. Something about it felt like a trap. But then I heard it again. "Come see." I should have run, but curiosity is a dangerous thing. I stepped forward, one step, another. The hallway floor felt softer under my feet, like carpet. But it wasn't carpet. It was something else. Something that felt like it moved slightly when I stepped on it. When I reached the doorway, I stopped. Inside was a perfect copy of my childhood bedroom, down to the posters, the old wooden desk, even the scratch on the wall from when I fell off my bunk bed. I whispered, "How?" Someone sat on the bed, a small figure, legs swinging just above the floor. It was me, or rather, a perfect copy of me at 9 years old. The boy looked up. His eyes were wrong, too wide, too black, too still. He said, "You shouldn't have opened the door." I stumbled backward. The hallway behind me snapped like a rubber band. The walls jerked closer. The doorway shrank. The boy stood up, his arms too long now, his legs bending at strange angles. "Come back," he said. "You left me here." I ran. I don't remember how I made it back to the bedroom. The house warped around me, rooms stretching and collapsing like lungs. I slammed the door and didn't sleep until sunrise. When I opened the door in the morning, the hallway was normal again. No curve, no extra doorway, no impossible room. I moved out that day, but sometimes late at night in my new apartment, I get turned around in my own hallway. The angles feel off, the shadows stretch a little too far, and every now and then, when I open a door, there's a part of me that expects to see that room again, the one that wasn't supposed to exist, the one I followed, the one still waiting. I want to be very clear about something before I start. If you ever rent a house built before the 1950s, especially in a small American town surrounded by fields and old maple trees, make sure the floor plan makes sense. Ask the owner questions. Measure the walls if you need to. Because if a house is old enough, the rooms inside it sometimes don't stay where you remember them. I learned that the hard way when I moved into the Stockton house, and I swear on my life, I am not exaggerating what happened there. The house was a little place outside of Eldridge, Iowa. Cheap rent, big porch, quiet neighborhood. I was between jobs trying to reset my life. This was supposed to be a safe stop, a place to breathe. The landlord, an older woman named Mrs. Rudd, handed me the keys with an odd warning. She said, "If you hear footsteps in the hallway at night, don't get up. They don't want to be seen." I laughed, assuming she meant raccoons or pipes settling. She didn't laugh back. The first week was fine, peaceful even. The house smelled like cedar and old books. The living room had a big window that looked out onto a cornfield that went on forever. The bedroom was cozy, narrow, always colder than the rest of the place, but nothing unusual for an old house. But then I noticed something strange. Nothing dramatic, just small things. The bedroom door felt like it was in a slightly different spot each morning, a few inches to the left. Then the next day it felt too close to the corner. Once I even brushed the wall when reaching for the doorknob because it wasn't where my hand expected it to be. I blamed my sleep schedule, stress, brain fog, until the night the bedroom stretched. It was around 2 a.m. I woke up thirsty. The house was silent except for the wind outside. I sat up, reached for my phone, and froze. The room felt wrong. I couldn't explain it at first, but then it hit me. My bed wasn't centered under the ceiling vent like it always was. The vent was farther away, much farther, as if someone had picked up the room and pulled it wider while I slept. I turned on the lamp. The walls were farther apart. The shadows hung differently. The windows seemed smaller, swallowed by extra wall space that shouldn't exist.